Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on global dairy and margarine markets, trends, challenges, and strategies for 2025. I'm your host, Bojan Mijatovic, a global market analyst in the intelligence department here at Ridge. We have a very diverse group here today at various time zones across the world, and we are very excited to have you join us today. But first, let me introduce some of our trade solutions. Tridge Trade Solution is a global business-to-business marketplace tailored for agribusinesses, enabling buyers and suppliers to form lasting, trust-based relationships. Our platform ensures credibility through a robust two-way trust system, verifying both buyers and suppliers to save time and protect against fraud. With built-in features that make global trade easier and more secure, Tridge fosters authentic augmented through social elements like news feeds and commenting and encouraging meaningful long-term partnerships. Powered by actionable data and analytics, our platforms delivers reliable insights for smarter decision-making and business growth. Our Tridge Pavilion, for example, is an innovative platform designed to showcase accurate selection of high-quality agribusiness products, enabling global buyers and suppliers to connect seamlessly. For example, in collaboration with Italian trade agency ITA, Tridge Pavilion enhances international trade opportunities by promoting Italian agribusinesses, facilitating efficient global market access, and fostering long-term partnerships through data-driven insights and trusted marketplace environment. Who we are. We are Tridge, and at Tridge, we are building a trusted global trade community in the food and agricultural industry by blending professional networks with advanced data intelligence. Our mission is to be the leading platform for sourcing solutions, connecting buyers and suppliers globally with confidence and efficiency, while at the same time driving equity, resilience, and sustainability in the agri-food sector. These are just some of our services. Our intelligence and data provides qualitative and quantitative data on food and agriculture to provide a comprehensive solutions for our users. Some of the intelligence we provide includes, but is not limited to, Tridge reports, Tridge opinions, weekly updates, analysis, price data, weather data, trade data, and this all helps clients enhance their decision-making skills. If you would like to learn more about Tridge's intelligence and solutions, please feel free to reach out to us via email or feel free to post questions in the chat. We have created an agribusiness ecosystem in over 60 countries, meaning we can offer a powerful way to help growers and exporters meet the right buyers globally. Our data allow us to help you target specific buyers by matching purchasing requirements with your products. Tridge platform can promote your brand and products to particular importers and retailers through business-to-business marketing. As you all may well know when you follow our Tridge webinars before, for all our attendees, we offer a certificate of attendance. In order to receive a certificate, you will need to fill out the survey, which will be shared with you after the presentation. Presentation, recording, and answers to your questions will be shared via email within 3 business days. I hereby encourage all our attendees to ask questions on the live chat section, which we will follow up to after the panel discussion part. What we will cover today. This is our table of contents, and we will briefly go over agenda for today. We will look over the global dairy and margarine market overview, top products and trends by country, as well as the panel discussions at the end. Like I said before, I will be your host. My name is Bojan Mijatovic. I'm a global market analyst here at Tridge. My specialty is fruits and vegetables, and also I'm covering various processed products. With me today is also Victor Langat. He's our global market analyst based in Kenya, and he will be the presenter for today's webinar. Also, Our panelists for today's webinar will be Sun Jae Lee, a trade associate from our HQ in Korea, and Joachim Gartner, our account executive team lead for EMEA region based in United Kingdom. During the webinar, if you have any questions that you hope to be addressed during the Q&A session, please feel free to post your questions in the chat. Now we will welcome Victor, who will present on global dairy and margarine markets, trends, challenges, and strategies for 2025. Hello, Victor. Please introduce yourself briefly and take over with the presentation.
Thank you, Boyan. Thank you for this opportunity to present today. My name is Victor Langat, a global market analyst from Kenya, specializing in dairy and meat products. In this webinar, we will explore the dairy and margarine industries with a focus on production, key trends, challenges, opportunities, and some of the key manufacturers. Let me start by stating that the global dairy and margarine markets are significant segments of the food industry, driven by shifting consumer preferences, changing dietary trends, and product innovations. Starting with the dairy production sector, the gross milk production value for 2024 is projected at approximately 480 billion USD and is expected to grow by 2.76% annually. That is between 2024 and 2029. In the United States, milk production is expected to grow by 1%, driven by increased cheese production and expanded processing capacity. The European Union faces a slight decline due to reduced farm gate prices, environmental regulations, and disease outbreaks. But cheese production is forecasted to grow, supported by stable domestic consumption and strong export demand. In New Zealand, a marginal decrease in milk production is expected, affected by changing weather patterns and lower farm gate prices. Australia expects a 1% increase in output due to improved labor availability and strong farm gate prices. On the other side, the margarine market is estimated at 1.5 billion in 2024 and is projected to grow by 6.7% annually from 2024 to 2029. Europe remains the largest producer and consumer of margarine, driven by its established baking and food processing industries. The Asia-Pacific region is experiencing rapid growth, fueled by rising demand for affordable cooking fats in countries like China, India, and Indonesia, along with increasing application in baking and industrial use. In North America, the US and Canada are major producers, focusing on household and industrial application, while investing in plant-based and vegan options to cater to evolving consumer preferences. In Latin America, affordability and utility in cooking drive margarine production, further influenced by government initiatives promoting trans fat-free products. The Middle East and Africa are seeing growth in margarine production because of its cost effectiveness for cooking and baking, with South Africa and United Arab Emirates emerging as key markets. Now let's have a look at key trends in dairy and margarine market. One of the notable trends is health and wellness. This is because most consumers are becoming health conscious, changing their dietary habits and paying keen attention to their lifestyles. Because of this, most manufacturers have innovated products that have additional health benefits. One such example is Daily Bone Strong High Protein Yogurt, MBP. This product is designed to support bodybuilding and overall strength. It contains 8 grams of protein, 20 milligrams of milk basic protein, and provides have the daily requirement for calcium, vitamin B6, and vitamin D. This product appeals to the younger consumers, like the Gen Zs and millennials, who are particularly interested in fitness and sports. Another example is Yole milk reduced fat high calcium cheese. The demand for calcium fortified and low fat dairy products is likely driven by increasing health consciousness among consumers who are focused on maintaining a balanced diet and overall well being. This is mostly evident in countries like with aging population like South Korea, as older individuals require more calcium to support bone health and overall well being. Another trend is sustainability focus. We all know that the dairy industry is facing increasing pressure to reduce its carbon footprint due to its significant greenhouse gas emissions. In response, many dairy producers are adopting sustainable farming practices such as precision farming and methane reducing technologies for livestock management, aiming to minimize their environmental impact. Additionally, there is a notable rise in consumer demand for plant-based dairy alternatives, such as soy-based products, which generally have a lower environmental footprint compared to traditional dairy. Similarly, the margarine sector is undergoing significant changes to address sustainability concerns. One notable shift is the industry's move away from palm oil, a major driver of deforestation, toward alternative ingredients such as rapeseed and canola oil. This transition aligns with the growing awareness of environmental impacts and consumer demand to eco-friendly products. In response, some countries like France are actively promoting margarine products labeled as palm-free, palm oil-free. For instance, plantain mild margarine for toast and cooking is marketed as without palm oil, highlighting its commitment to sustainability and catering to environmentally conscious consumers. Another trend is the rise of dairy alternative products. This is a transformative trend driven by changing consumer preferences, environmental concerns, and dietary considerations. Increasing awareness of lactose intolerance and dairy allergies has spurred demand for plant-based alternatives. Consumers perceive plant-based options as healthier, particularly for reducing saturated fat intake and cholesterol levels. Also, vegan and flexitarian diets continue to grow, boosting interest in non-dairy options. An example of dairy alternative product is Violife Creamy Original Flavor Vegan Cheese Alternative. This product is made with coconut oil and fortified with vitamin B12. It is free from dairy, soya, gluten, lactose, nuts, and preservatives, making it an excellent choice for vegans and vegetarians. There are so many other trending issues that can be mentioned, but because of time, let's move on to challenges facing the industries. One profound challenge is the changing weather pattern driven by climate change. These shifts have disrupted production capabilities and supply chain stability, reshaping traditional farming systems and causing ripple effects throughout global food markets. The increasing frequency of droughts and heat waves has led to reduced milk production, especially in major dairy producing regions like the US and parts of Europe. Countries like New Zealand, where dairy farming heavily depends on pasture-fed systems, are particularly vulnerable to these changing weather patterns. Erratic rainfall and prolonged drought compromise pasture availability, resulting in elevated feed costs and reduced production efficiency. This reliance on natural grazing systems highlights the vulnerability of pasture-based dairy farming to climate variability. Another challenge is disease outbreaks. Among the most impactful disease outbreaks in 2024 are avian influenza in dairy cows in the US and blue tongue disease in Europe. Since its first reported case in March 2024, avian influenza has affected approximately 853 dairy herds across 16 US states. That is according to CDC. The infection causes respiratory issues, fever, and reduced milk production in cows. Affected cattle require quarantine and treatment, which increases operational costs for farmers. This outbreak has also raised consumer concerns about food safety, leading to reduced demand for dairy products in certain markets. In Europe, the increased outbreak of bluetongue in dairy cattle across several countries like France, Germany, Italy, and Poland have posed significant challenges to the dairy industry. Although the mortality rate is low, bluetongue has a substantial impact on milk yields and overall cattle productivity. Strict regulations have also become a prominent challenge affecting the dairy industry, influencing production, processing, and distribution of dairy products. These regulations are driven by growing consumer concerns over food safety, environmental impact, and animal welfare, as well as government efforts to ensure industry sustainability and compliance with international trade standards. While these measures are intended to enhance quality and sustainability, they impose operational and financial burdens on dairy producers and manufacturers. Another challenge is elevated raw milk prices. Dairy producers are facing challenges due to rising raw milk prices, which present a significant portion of production cost. This increase has particularly affected key sectors like cheese, butter, yogurt manufacturing, where raw milk is a primary input. As raw milk prices increase, the cost burden is passed down the supply chain, resulting in elevated retail prices for dairy products such as milk, butter, and cheese, making them less affordable, especially for low-income consumers. This price escalation is altering consumer behavior and market dynamics, presenting challenges for both producers and retailers. Yeah, there are many challenges, but now let's look at the optimistic side of the industry, that is opportunities. Venturing into product innovation and aligning with current trends and consumer preferences offers numerous opportunities for dairy manufacturers. Manufacturers can focus on developing convenient-oriented products, such as ready-to-use products. These products appeal to consumers with busy lifestyles, especially those in urban areas, seeking convenience without compromising quality. Additionally, introducing bold and conventional flavors such as spice, tropical, or fusion-inspired varieties can captivate consumers seeking unique experiences. By positioning these products as premium and artisanal, producers can tap into the growing demand for exclusive, high-quality dairy items, appealing to consumers who value both innovation and craftsmanship. Market expansion presents a significant opportunity for both dairy and margarine industries, where companies can reach new consumers, diversify their revenue streams, and improve their market presence. Emerging markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America are seeing rising middle-class populations with greater purchasing power and changing dietary habits. Dairy and margarine companies can tap into these new markets by tailoring products to local tastes and preferences. E-commerce and social media platforms, such as TikTok, have changed the way businesses connect with and engage consumers. These channels offer stakeholders unparalleled opportunities to expand market reach. access new consumer segments, and improve brand visibility. By leveraging these platforms effectively, businesses can drive growth, foster customer loyalty, and stay ahead in an increasingly digital marketplace. Sustainability is another area with many opportunities, since it has emerged as a critical priority in the global food sector. By adopting sustainable practices, the dairy industry can appeal to eco-conscious consumers, reduce operational costs, and ensure long-term business viability. One effective way for dairy brands to connect with environmentally aware customers is by obtaining sustainability certifications, such as organic, grass-fed, or carbon neutral labels. Let's now move on to the second part of the presentation, where we shall talk about some of the key manufacturers. Let's start with Lactalis, a renowned French company. Its 2024 revenue was valued at 27.9 billion. Among its extensive portfolio of brands are President, which is a globally recognized name, and Cracker Barrel, and others. What stands out is the launch of Olympic Organic Kids drinkable yogurt by its Canadian subsidiary. This innovative product is crafted from high-quality organic milk sourced from grass-fed cows and features real fruit purees. This new product contains 50% less sugar compared to other yogurt products, catering to health-conscious consumers. The yogurt is certified organic and free from GMOs, synthetic pesticides, and artificial ingredients and preservatives, emphasizing Lactalis' commitment to quality and sustainability. The second manufacturer that we are focusing on is Fonterra, with a revenue valuation of 14 billion in 2023. Its key brands include Anchor, Mainland, Capiti, and others. One of Fonterra's notable strategies in 2024 is the introduction of its award-winning Capiti cheese in Aldi stores across Australia during the festive season, available for a limited time. The varieties introduced included Pakari Cheddar, Kanuka Avati Smoked, and Kikorangi Blue. This initiative is part of Fonterra's strategy to expand into new markets by capitalizing on premium offerings like Capiti. Another major player is Ala Foods, with a revenue valuation of 13.7 billion. Its prominent brands include Lupac, Pack, Baby and Me, and others. A standout innovation by Ala Foods in 2024 is the launch of a plant-based version of its iconic spreadable butter. The new Lupac plant-based spread delivers the same high quality and functionality as its dairy counterpart, making it an excellent option for spreading, cooking, and baking. The product reflects Ala's commitment to catering to the growing demand for plant-based alternatives while maintaining its reputation for premium quality. Among the emerging producers in the dairy industry is Happy Hill Farm in Japan. This producer introduced its first cheese products, made from 100% raw milk sourced directly from the farm, preserving the milk's pure and authentic flavor. This initiative underscores the farm's dedication to offering high-quality, locally produced dairy items. Another notable player in the industry is Ahmad Fresh, a company specializing in zero dairy products. In 2024, The brand made its first foray into the restaurant industry with the introduction of Ahmad grilled cheese. This innovation aims to improve high-quality, affordable, plant-based comfort food, making such alternatives more accessible to a broader audience. In conclusion, the global dairy and margarine markets are poised for growth in the coming years, driven by evolving consumer preferences, innovation, and expanding trade networks. There are many opportunities, especially in value addition, sustainability, and product diversification. My recommendation to stakeholders is to adapt to emerging trends to maintain competitiveness and meet consumer demands. For more information, kindly check our Retail Intelligence Report. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Boyan.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you for your overview on global dairy and margarine markets, trend challenges, and strategies for 2025. You made some really interesting points and shared specific details about the manufacturers and specific trends. And I would go briefly summarize the entire presentation. We saw from Victor's analysis that global dairy and margarine markets are poised for significant growth, driven by evolving consumer preferences, innovation, and expanding trade networks. Victor mentioned that it's projected to grow from 0.48 trillion US dollars in 2025 for the milk market to or 0.55 US trillion dollars by 2029, which is a significant growth expecting, and the margarine market is also expected to grow by 6.7% compound annual growth rate. Key trends included rising health consciousness, sustainability initiatives, and the growing popularity of dairy alternatives, as Victor mentioned. Challenges was in weather patterns, disease outbreaks, and strict regulations, and also the rising raw milk prices, which are shaping the industry, as we are all seeing. Innovation include hybrid products, premium offerings, and market expansion into high-demand regions like China and Southeast Asia, which Victor highlighted as the opportunities for stakeholders to adapt and thrive. Now we will move on with our panel discussion part. Again, I encourage all the attendees that to post questions on the chat section, and we will try to address them after the panel discussion in the QA session. As I mentioned before, our panelists for today are Sanjay Lee and Joachim Gartner, and they will help us dive into some of your questions today. San, would you please introduce yourself and tell more about you?
Yeah. Thanks, Boyan. Hi, everyone. My name is Sanjay or Evelyn. I've been working at Trish for a year as a global market analyst.
Thank you, San. Joachim? I think you...
Hi guys, thank you Boyan, thank you Victor. My name is Joachim, so I'm a global account executive for Tridge, almost 2 years with Tridge, and I'm based in London. Yeah.
Thank you, Joachim. So let's get started with our first question. What specific factors are driving the growth of the global dairy market? San, would you like to get us started?
Yeah, sure. So there are a few factors that are driving the growth of global dairy markets. However, there has been sightings where consumption of cow milk has been declining, as it was seen in the US. In 2023, the US consumed under 130 pounds per person, which makes this the 14th year in a row where milk consumption has been decreasing. And yet, butter and cheese consumption has never been higher. So again, in the US, in 2023, per person, they've been consuming 6.5 pounds of butter and 42.3 pounds of cheese. So some of the major reasons for the increase in butter and cheese consumption is one, the shifting perception of butter. So initially, it was believed that the high saturated fat content in butter and cheese was bad for one's health and cardiovascular health. However, there has been revision where reports and analysis have shown that butter and cheese is actually good for your health in moderation, which has led to more people incorporating and integrating butter and cheese into their meals. Social media is another main point. The sudden interest in charcuterie boards and butter boards in 2020 22 has sparked people to buy more butter for their social media posts. In South Korea, the combination of interest in pastries and bread and interest in home baking and home parties during COVID has led to an increased butter consumption. And also, more people are interested in buying premium and high quality butter imports from Europe, like France. Inflation is the last, the third reason. I'll mention this later on the second question. But the increasing prices of whole milk has also contributed to the increasing demand and growth of dairy markets, especially in South Korea.
Thank you, Sam. Joachim, would you like to elaborate on your part?
Yes, sure. Thank you. I think that the growth of a global dairy market is driven also obviously by several key factors. One of them is the rising population and urbanization. So as more people move to cities and income increase, particularly in emerging markets like Asia, Africa, the demand for dairy products is growing. So urban consumers are adopting diets that includes more dairy, such as milk, yogurt, and cheese, like Evelyn mentioned. For example, in France and in the UK, so in France, urban consumers continue to favor artisanal cheese and premium butter, reflecting the country's rich dairy heritage. And in the UK, cheese consumption is expanding with new varieties and international styles growing in popularity alongside the traditional cheddar. Now, second key factor will be the health and wellness trend. So consumers are increasingly focused on health, driving demand for a high protein, fortified, lactose-free, and functional dairy product. And for example, in France, Greek yogurt is a major trend with product emphasizing protein and probiotics gaining popularity amongst health-conscious consumers. And in the UK, the demand for plant-based milk alternatives such as oats and almond milk is surging alongside traditional dairy products. Now there are a couple more. A third one will be the Western influence and changing diets. So Western style dairy products like cheese, ice cream, and flavored yogurt are becoming popular in new markets, while traditional items like paneer or kefir are gaining global recognition. A fourth factor will be the technological advancement. So better farming practice, automation, innovation in dairy processing have increased the production efficiency and improved the product quality. And the fifth one will be the improved supply chains and e-commerce. So advance in cold storage, logistic, and the growth of online shopping have made dairy products more accessible, even in remote areas. For example, in France, retailers like Carrefour are growing their e-commerce platform, ensuring fresh dairy products are available for home delivery. And in the UK, a subscription service for milk and dairy box like Milk and More cater to busy consumer looking for convenience. And to finish, the last one for me will be the government support and initiative. So governmental programs like a school milk scheme and subsidize in many countries promote dairy consumption as part of the healthy diet, and we can see that in more and more country over time. So that's my part.
Thank you, Joaquin. Based on your answers, I can conclude that global milk consumption is declining, but on the other side, butter and cheese are at record highs due to shifting health perceptions, social media trends, and demand for premium products. So, as you said, dairy market growth is driven by urbanization, health trends, Western diet influence, and of course, improved supply chains. Government support, like you mentioned, is also another issue which is influencing and the rising demand in emerging market and continued interest in plant-based products. So thank you both for these interesting answers. We are moving now to the second question. How has the inflation affected purchasing behavior for premium and standard dairy products? Joachim, can you please also continue with the second questions?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Boyan. So to answer the second question about the inflation, how the inflation affected purchasing behavior for premium and standard products, dairy products, the inflation has had a big impact on how people buy dairy products, and the effects are different for premium and standard products. So for standard dairy products, many consumers are becoming more price sensitive. They are switching to cheaper options like store brand or buying in bulk to save money. Some people are even cutting back on how much they buy overall. In emerging markets where dairy is still growing in popularity, demand for basic products remains strong, but the higher prices can slow that growth. So, for example, in France, the demand for private label milk and yogurt has grown as shoppers opt for more affordable options, especially in supermarkets like Leclerc and Intermarché. In the UK, supermarkets such as Tesco and Aldi are seeing increased sales of their budget dairy line as consumers prioritize affordability over brand loyalty. As for premium products, the impact really depend on the customers. So the higher income consumers tend to keep buying premium options like organic milk or artisanal cheese, but other are done trading to more affordable mid-tier or standard products. Health conscious consumer, however, are often willing to pay more for products with added benefits like protein enriched or lactose free options, even during inflation. So overall, the people are looking for value in both categories, whether that's through discounts, promotion, or buying larger size. Brands can adapt by offering affordable options, emphasizing value, or highlighting the unique benefit of the premium products to keep customers loyal. And for example, I can use in France premium products like AOP, which is Appellation d'origine protégée. Cheeses have seen a slight decline in volume sales as some buyers opt for less expensive alternatives. However, organic milk has retained steady demand due to its health and its environmental appeal. And in the UK, for example, while there is some down trading from premium to standard options, niche products like plant-based milk alternatives and protein-enriched yogurt continue to grow as health-conscious and eco-aware consumers prioritize these benefits. I hope this was clear.
Thank you, Joachim. Sun, would you like to add something more?
Yeah, so not surprising, inflation has also had a huge impact to South Korean consumers. When it comes to standard dairy products, there has been a sharp decline in milk consumption in the country. So South Korea has a very unique price setting system to set the country's raw milk prices every year. And in 2023, the raw milk price increased by 88 Korean won, which was the highest increase since 2013. And this further weakened the competitiveness of domestic milk products, which was already perceived to be too expensive by Korean consumers, which has contributed to decreasing milk consumption. However, imports of cheaper overseas sterilized milk has increased sharply. So, according to a Korea Rural Economic Institute report published this year, sterilized milk imports increased by 18.9% year on year due to its low price and longer shelf life. So to further prove this point, based on the retail price of milk products per liter, imported sterilized milk is priced much lower than domestic whole milk, and it is priced more on the price range of plant-based milk. Therefore, people aren't really drinking milk produced in South Korea and are preferring for the cheaper imports. However, when it comes to premium dairy products like butter and cheese, as mentioned before, inflation has also and social media has also contributed to an increased interest in premium dairy products. So there's this trend called small luxury in Korea, which describes consumer behavior where people feel satisfaction from spending relatively smaller amount of money, such as imported butter from Europe. So this trend explains why there has been a high increase in imported premium butter from France. So according to the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, butter consumption in South Korea has increased yearly since 2019, surpassing 30,000 tons in 2022. And South Korea was also the second largest market for French butter exports in 2022, with approximately 59.4 million US dollars worth of butter being exported. So as Joachim mentioned, like AOP butter, like really premium butter is of high attention and interest in Korea right now. So the premium butter market with really good ingredients from Europe is expected to grow in Korea.
Thank you, Sun. You made really quite interesting key points for the standard dairy products in South Korea as well as for the premium dairy products. These are really interesting figures that might be very useful to exporters and traders looking into the South Korean market. So for me, it's very interesting that the plant-based alternatives are even cheaper than the domestic whole milk, which it's impacting local milk consumption. And also your point on domestic butter consumption, which is surpassing 30,000 metric tons, is a good example of how qualitative data can impact or influence decision making for the global trade solution like TRIDGE has to offer. Okay, thank you both for really interesting answers. Moving on to the third question. Last but not least, what short-term trends should market participants expect and how to maintain competitiveness? Before we dive into the answers, I also urge our attendees to fill out the survey form, which we shared on the chat section, to help us improve the webinar and to attain the certificate of attendance. So moving on now to Joachim, please tell us more about the short-term trends in market participants expect.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Boyan. So I think that in the short term, market participants should expect a few key trends in the dairy industry. So one of them will be the increased price sensitivity. With inflation still affecting consumer spending, people are likely to continue prioritizing affordability. So demand for private label and standard dairy product may grow, while premium products might face some downtrading. Number two will be health and functional foods. So health conscious consumers will keep seeking options like high protein, lactose free or plant-based dairy alternatives. This trend is resilient even during economic uncertainty. Third will be sustainability and transparency. Consumers are paying more attention to how products are sourced and produced. Brands with strong sustainability practice will have an edge in building trust and loyalty. Fourth will be the e-commerce and convenience. So online grocery shopping is now a habit for many, and the demand for convenient, easily accessible dairy product will stay strong. And in order to stay competitive, a company should, one, I think, focus on value, offer affordable options like promotion or smaller pack size to appeal to price sensitive customers. Number two will be to innovate in health and sustainability. So highlight the functional benefits and sustainability efforts in marketing and product development. Number three will be the strengthen distribution channels. So to really invest in a e-commerce platform and improve logistics to ensure availability and convenience. It's really important. Today we see that all the trade is shifting toward digital platforms. So it's really important for the player to utilize those platforms if they want to stay ahead of the competition. And last will be to understand local markets. So really to tailor strategies to regional preference and economic conditions to stay relevant and to stay ahead. So that will be my answer, Moyan.
Thank you, Joachim. San, anything to add on the final question?
Yeah, for short-term trends in South Korea, with the increasing raw milk prices, dairy companies cannot appeal to cost-sensitive consumers and compete against cheaper imports. So they need to seek and create new markets by diversifying their product lines to provide value to consumers. So in the past few months, a lot of major dairy companies in Korea have launched an influx of new products, including senior tailored milk, no sugar added milk, and plant-based milk. So, however, South Korea's milk alternative market is still in its infancy compared to the West, where notable brands such as Oatly, Almond Breeze, and Silk have been established since the late 1990s and earlier. Therefore, this makes South Korea an interesting market for overseas plant-based companies to explore. However, looking a little bit ahead to the future, dairy companies should be wary and on the lookout for labeling and packaging regulations. As seen in France and some other countries, there has been some pushback by dairy farmers where they argue and protest that plant-based milk should not be marketed as milk. And this is mostly because they feel threatened that their market share is decreasing by these alternative milk products. Therefore, other dairy companies in South Korea or others looking to South Korea should be wary of regulatory changes.
Thank you, Son. You made some really interesting points. Like again, we are seeing the plant-based milk importance and also like variation, like no sugar added base. And the key trends from your point of view include price sensitivity, demand for health-focused and sustainable products, and growth in e-commerce and convenience. And regarding the strategies for competitiveness, you really made some good points. Company, US Joachim as well, should focus on affordability through promotions and smaller pack sizes, innovate with health-focused and sustainable products, and as well strengthen e-commerce and logistics, while also tailor strategies for local market business. This is concluding our panel discussion. Thank you, San and Joachim, for valuable insights. Let's now proceed to the Q&A session. We got a lively chat conversation and one question posed to Joachim probably. We will now address some of the questions. And Joachim, can you please share your insight from Zepha on advising what can our clients use to connect directly with customer specialty for business-to-business trading solutions. What Twitch can offer on that side, Joachim?
Yes, of course. I think that when choosing digital partners to enhance your global strategy and to develop to enter new market, to develop existing market, it's important to choose a partner that is specialized in this industry. So Tridge, we are only specializing in the agri-food space, so we are really focusing in that industry. And our platform can help, for example, can help your company, PT Smart, with the palm oil to find new buyers to our first trade solution. It's a platform that connects suppliers with professional buyers. We have more than 26,000 qualified buyers on our platform that are active. We understand that finding buyers in the agri-food industry, it's not necessarily the biggest issue, but to find legitimate buyers that are qualified and verified so you can trade with them, it's more challenging. And that's what we do at Rich. So we're putting you in this safe ecosystem where you can trade with professional buyers. So this will be a great way for you to find new opportunities. And second of all, of course, all of our data and analytic solution, which is the essence of our platform. Everything we do at Reach is based on data. It's a data-driven platform. Therefore, we can help you identify opportunities, price points, market trends through all of our data and intelligence solution. Hope this is answering your question.
Thank you, Joachim. Answers very well. It seems like time is up for the Q&A session, and unfortunately, we were not able to get through all the questions that were posted during the webinar. However, thank you everyone for participating in the Q&A session, and thank you, San and Joachim, for your valuable insights, and Victor for a great presentation. And let me present on a final note one more service here at Twitch. This is our newsletter banner ad. It's really a great way to get direct access to over 230,000 monthly Twitch.com users, as well as our newsletter subscriber base. We have many suppliers, importers, wholesalers, retailers, institutes, and other businesses actively using Twitch. So it's a powerful channel to reach these types of profiles. If this sounds interesting, we will be sending the presentation to you later, and you can contact our sales team for more information using the link provided. Also, if you have any more other questions, please feel free to email us at intelligence@intelligenceandtridge.com. Joachim, I can see that on chat section that Zefa didn't understand quite right the answers for the question. We were talking about Twitch services and what Twitch can offer regarding the trade solution for business to business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will repeat that again. So basically, Zefa, just to clarify, Tridge has two main solutions that can help your business and support your growth by finding new customers for your business in the palm oil industry. One will be our trade solution, which is a marketplace that's going to connect you to our audience of qualified and professional buyers. So we have more than 26,000 qualified buyers on a B2B level that are sourcing actively agri-food products worldwide from our suppliers. So I really invite you to join our trade solution so you can engage with the buyers. And second of all will be to join our data and analytics solution for you to identify the right opportunities, the right buyers that are suitable in terms of conditions, and everything you need for your business. So I really invite you also to contact me personally after this call. So if you want, we can have a call and we can discuss it, and I can present you the Twitch solution and how we can support your business objectives.
Thank you, Joachim. Thank you for clarifying that. Hopefully, Zefa, this answers your question. And on a final note, if you have any more questions, please contact us via email. Also follow us on LinkedIn and all the other social media. Like Joachim and mentioned, we have many suppliers, importers, wholesalers, retailers, agribusiness stakeholders present on our platform. We can offer solutions regarding trade, regarding decision making. We are an intelligence platform, and please fill out the survey for the webinar. And we really appreciate for following us and keeping this webinar alive. And on a final note, since it's the end of the year, we wish everyone a happy new year and Merry Christmas, and best of luck in your future endeavors and best of everything in 2025. Thank you everyone for joining Twitch. On behalf of me and my team, we wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you.